Live on the Rap Drugs Pod. Let's get the Zoom stream up.
We're live?
We're live now.
Drugs.
Rap Drugs Pod live. All right. We got a new setup going, just like Joe Rogan.
Just like better than Joe Rogan. We're the best.
Exactly. Unlike CIA Joe Rogan, I won't be cutting Todd off when he gets into the conspiracy theories like Adam Curry. Because we do the research straight from the Uganda Times set up by the CIA to the New York Times, also potentially set up by the CIA. Todd's regurgitating the information for y'all. You know, just the same way you can type whatever you want on Instagram.
They were definitely all straight up anti-Chinese propaganda, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Some CIA agent is over there in India and China typing up these articles and then dispersing it around the globe, and that's why China wants to get all the journalists out. But if you did watch the Joe Rogan Adam Curry pod, you do know that's a legitimate thing that happened. But yeah, me and Todd are going corporate sellout this pod. It's brought to you by Johnny Walker. We're going to be telling you some Windsor stories. That's from Johnny Walker there. Hennessy too. They're sponsoring us. These views are expressly on behalf of Hennessy. We didn't write anything. Hennessy gave us all the copy. Yeah, and then there's Great Lakes Brewery.
Yeah.
They wrote Todd's jokes about gay retards.
Yeah.
So cancel them, not us.
Yeah, explicitly. They were pretty hardcore about it.
We told them we weren't going to say it anymore because we're not comfortable saying it, but they said we will drop you as a sponsor if that happens. So we're kowtowing. Because you guys didn't. We see all of you listening in on the Apple Podcasts and your different podcast players instead of watching on YouTube. So we couldn't get funded for free. We had to find ads elsewhere and sell out. So this is the new corporate pod.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it is what it is.
Is what it is. If you cancel us, who cares? We got sponsors.
Jason's made about 6 or 7 deals. I'm over here standing here and just a t-shirt. I can't even afford pants.
Yeah,
that's why the camera.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you should go buy a new bong at www.roar.de. Use the code RAPDRUGSPOD for 100% off your order.
Or feel like buying raw Wiz Khalifa papers.
Yeah.
Same deal.
Yeah, exactly. Message Raw, tell them Rap Drugs Pod said you can have free papers. They'll mail them directly to you. But yeah, if anything happens, just send them my way, give them my email and phone number. I'll get it all settled out. Just send them. Yeah. But if you want to get your own crap on the show, let us know. We got the email and the text below. You might have heard Ray say it's all about smashing that subscribe. Soon enough, we'll be able to green screen your own baby on here, and we can give you dirty threats until you pay us so you can see the content. But until that happens, you're going to have to smash the subscribe. That's the only way we're going to let you bastards watch us. And do people who were born in wedlock as well. You're not getting out of this easily. We're not systemically racist. But yeah.
I am.
Yeah, that's why Todd doesn't have any sponsors.
they didn't like what they seen.
Yeah, somehow I started a fight with QAnon, and then instead of saying I eat dead babies like they did to Chrissy Teigen, I was like, whatever, I'll just stop using Twitter. And they're like, no, let's hook you up with our sponsors. So QAnon's brought to you by all these companies you see here. As well as the ones we're going to pull out of this mystery bag later in the episode. If you came here for the OCS reviews, you're going to have to wait a little bit because we've got pressing geopolitical matters to talk about. something outside of this stupid ass U.S. election where you're getting tricked into the media by thinking it's all about the presidents, so you don't go out and vote when you really should be paying a lot of attention to what's going on in your state. Your state's making all these coronavirus laws. Donald Trump isn't doing anything. He's asking them to open up by Easter.
I know.
Where was open at Easter?
Where is the wall?
Donald Trump
have a huge problem with Mexicans. I don't
Exactly.
know why he hasn't built this wall yet.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
And he's basically like you know he's on intelligence side because he's bashing the military.
Yeah.
Like he's like, yeah, what kind of loser would join the military? When he says he's gonna send the military into Portland, yeah, I bet you these wildfires are like orchestrated by the U.S. government. Drone bombing started them. You guys think it was some sort of gender reveal party? That was a drone bomb on a gender reveal party.
No, it was a satellite laser. Why the fuck would they drone bomb? That's too obvious. They just fucking lasered from a satellite. Just one shot.
Watch our pod Space Force if you want to learn more about those weapons and the NRO. Intelligence takes care of it. Trump's new Space Force, that's where all the cool guys join.
Aren't real.
If you're a loser, you join the Army. If you're cool, you're in the Air Force or the Space Force or the Navy or Gay Orgy or Trump Towers or one of those things. Yeah. Whatever politicians are into now. Or Jerry Falwell Jr., you're letting your wife cuck you. That's the only way you can get hard anymore. Because you used to jack off to the Bible, and now that just doesn't cut it. It's not sinful enough.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, you gonna kill Abel Cain or what? Or just live with him. So we're succumbing to the psychedelics as well this episode. You'll get to see us smoke the bong soon. That's the real reason I got the rule out. But the opinions are on behalf of whatever companies this. Like they can tell us to cease and desist if Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy wants to get us to cease and desist. Please let us know. I'm an OG of cancel culture. I got a newspaper here for you if you didn't see it from the start.
Yeah.
The Windsor Star, the left-wing liberal media, they've been trying to shut me down since March 14, 2012. Yeah. We even ran into some experiences when I was in high school in Red Feather getting drunk, but it's nothing like China trying to shut down India on behalf of Pakistan in the Kashmir region.
Oh yeah.
I don't know the full extent of it, but I did warn everybody about this. I don't know how many pods ago we talked about it. I think it's the CIA's Cold War versus China. But yeah, it's going to become a proxy war because I don't know if you guys are aware, but Russia may or may not be secret allies with the U.S. The Cold War ended a long time ago. Gorbachev and Reagan got along just fine. But the globalization folks, the England, they didn't get along with Gorbachev and Russia. And now there seems to be some sort of globalization movement, according to Adam Curry, whose family was part of intelligence. He's mentioned that on both Joe Rogan pods now. Maybe why he knows Joe Rogan, probably. But I won't get into him being CIA just yet, like I do every episode. But the whole China Cold War thing, it's happening. It's India and China. China's forcing, kind of escalating the same way they were in Hong Kong, the same way the protesters are escalating things in Portland, or Kyle Rittenhouse is escalating his gun in self-defense to shoot some black guys in the face or whatever the heck he's into on behalf of self-defense. That's, yeah. Same reason why women are murderers. They use self-defense to get out of it. My husband was beating and raping me. The doctor says he was asleep at the time of shooting. Yeah, but he did it other times, like he beat and raped me. That's why I shot him then. No,
talking about, Jason?
I'm not saying people are lying about that stuff. I'm saying there's a select few people that are finding a way to murder and using whatever excuse they can to get off.
I'm just saying, if I wind up dead, I didn't beat anybody.
Yeah, I'm just saying if I wind up in jail because I took an assault rifle across the Canadian border down to some protest in Michigan and shot a few people who were kicking me in the face, that I hope Todd would get the bail money because Hennessy would sponsor it, but they won't give me the bail money once I'm in jail. So
yeah, they won't give it to us directly.
I'll have a Hennessy shirt on during the whole ordeal. But yeah,
during the televised court case.
Well, yeah, and the shooting. I was thinking, but yeah, maybe they'll want me to wear if they want me to wear a competitor shirt during the shooting. I'm open for that too. Whatever, like we're selling our souls here, right, Todd?
Yeah.
Or at least I am. Todd's still pure. That's why
I'm not a sellout.
Yeah, Todd disagreed with the title. He was like, "Don't put that title up," and I was like, "I can't. I have to." Johnny Walker told me to.
What's the title, Jay?
It's grape juice with a silent G.
Yeah. You don't see anything wrong with that?
Yeah. Well, no, I personally don't because that
totally ripped off the kids from around the block. Or what's it called? White Kids Off the Block? White Kids on the Block?
How old?
The show that's New Kids on the Block? Is that a TV show?
I don't know. It's a really old one? Is it like SCTV?
Yeah. It's like a skit comedy with like 3 white guys. And they're like tall and lanky.
Oh.
And they, that you totally ripped them off.
I'm not.
They got this whole bit about the rapist. He's like a giant grape. And he's a douche box commercial. It's just a giant grape, and he goes and he grapes kids in the mouth because they just love his juice so much, the grape juice.
Wow, Johnny Walker must have some beef with those guys. But we probably will, because they made me make it the title that.
Oh,
but
they sponsored it so much.
Yeah, exactly. They said I have to take the bottle of Johnny Walker out and send it back to them if I don't make that the title. So email them if you have any complaints about the Rap Drugs Pod. But yeah, the how it first came to me and the whole reason why Johnny Walker brought it up again was the leftist media. I'll read this here. If you zoom in, you can probably see names.
Leftist media.
Yeah. Invitations are still floating around out there in the social media world. So these guys don't understand how the internet works. Invitations don't float around to a Facebook event. It goes. Yeah. It's like a DM, bro.
Yeah.
It's going down in the DMs.
You can tell already that they're old.
Yeah.
Probably like 50.
Doug Schmidt. So like clearly this guy's a CSIS agent. Clearly a fake name.
100%.
Schmidt. That is that a Jewish last name or something?
I don't know.
I hear they control the media,
it's
but
probably Eastern Russian.
Yeah, more likely. I hear they control the media, but I think that's just a lie the Chinese tells us, or the CIA, so they can control the media. I trust the Jews are good people.
Yeah,
they're hardworking.
They're the only ones telling the truth.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I don't know. I think also a lot of black people and African Americans who were slaves are also telling the truth, but those ones that aren't slaves, like Barack Obama and Kamala Harris, they're lying to us. Yeah, exactly.
They're full of crap.
Yeah, exactly. They are down with the culture. Yeah. So look up your local politicians and support them. Don't worry about those top choices. And if you think I'm a racist, again, these aren't my views. Email Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy and Johnny Walker to ask them for the Rap Drugs Pod to get a new script. So yeah, we don't make the choices anymore. Unlike Joe Rogan to get $100 million, we had to just do whatever these people tell us. So I had to throw a kegger on a St. Paddy's Day because we had thrown such successful keggers in the past. The Windsor economy relied on this happening, making thousands of dollars on both a Halloween event and St. Patrick's Day of the previous year. And maybe I'll have time to get into the Halloween event, but probably not. I just want to say here, initial postings promise up to 15 kegs of beer, coolers, and even a supply of rape juice. That's right. Can you see that word? Did I get it? Did I get it close enough in there for you? I can't see
anything, Jay.
Oh,
horrible. This is
wrong
like an
way,
old man
wrong way.
doing a podcast.
Yeah, it is an old man doing a podcast.
I don't know where it says that.
In brackets there.
I see it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, fuck.
We got the paper to put rape juice in, so that's funny. But yeah, my dumbass roommate, my dumbass doormate Alberta. If you want to hear more about me leaving a present under his pillow, you can watch Cool Side of the Pillow going away to college. I also get balls on my face in that episode and lots of other fun stories. But yeah, he made open Facebook group, and it was our third kegger, so we already pissed the neighborhood off real bad with the last two. And they thought it would be smart to team up with the Bong shop around the corner. So already getting affiliated and sponsored back in the day from the Bong shops, the dispensaries. Shout out Canico, the cannabis company in Milton. They're not even a sponsor. They just Bud Tender treated me real nice there, so I thought I'd shout them out. If you're ever in Milton or on the way to Toronto, if you're ever in Milton or on the way to Toronto, the Go parking is free in Milton. It's an hour Go ride in, and the dispensary's real friendly there. So, and right close to the Go parking. So, you can grab your buds, ride into town. Then you can grab more buds, and you don't get held up by that 30-gram limit or a busy shop in downtown Toronto. You don't catch the COVID.
Yeah.
Or the convid. But yeah, teaming up with the Bong shop, the professors were probably like rolling their eyes in the back of their head. 75, like the Joe Bidens of University of Windsor. They didn't want us throwing a kegger 6 doors down from their house. They're trying to have like a Bohemian Grove themselves and rape children and drink adrenocones. They don't want our vibes fucking that up.
Communists.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking communists.
Exactly. So the commies, they attacked my friend Jordan because they weren't part of the inside joke. I would never call something rape juice. I'm not Louis J. Gomez from Legion of Skanks. I'm not gonna dose Todd acid and or dose Carter, the guest host. If you want to watch the last pod, he's hilarious with the LSD. I would never dose him with acid because he took my job, and let him avoid the dose and give it to Todd, like how Ari let Big J Ogerson get dosed. And that may or may not be a complete bit and a lie. That if the comedians are all in on it, bravo, even funnier. But that's the second guy Ari's dosed now. But this one, it was because Lewis, who's like the head of Gas Digital.
About that.
So Legion of Skanks is Big J Ogerson, guy who got pulled out of a chair or pushed off a chair in a recent comedy show. You might have heard about that.
No.
Dave Smith, a really funny libertarian comedian. If you do like if you do like politic comedy, I'd highly recommend, because he doesn't get too into the weeds. He blazes his own trail and isn't sucking anybody off like these fake newses are,
like
or Tig or me. I can't help it. Vote Macron. Also, I just got the text from Hennessy. I have to say that at least 4 more times, or else they're not sending us the check. So, vote Macron. Vote Macron. Vote Macron. And send all your money to the Louette Moet Hennessy Foundation. They're really hurting on revenues this year because of all the money that's going to the Notre Dame Church. They do cool stuff too, guys. Just like the Clinton Foundation and Bill Gates Foundation. These French billionaires also need some help. So yeah. Don't forget to keep giving to charity, even though you yourself may now be a charity due to COVID or convid. But yeah, so the girls, are actually the ones that ended up making the name Rape Juice up, because we, living in a border city, did a tunnel run, would grab a bunch of $20 60s, come back
What
with
girls?
a.
Just these your friends?
I guess yes. Technically, they were part of Whack 9, so they were also my mortal enemies.
What is WAC9?
Whack 9 was
No one knows what
another.
you're talking about.
You got to watch Cool Side of the Pillow. So we were Max 7,
I
Max
should
6,
know
and
these
Max 7. You were sleeping the whole time because it was like Sunday morning. I was talking about it. So that's my fault too. We should have made it more entertaining for the guest host instead of having you shut up. Whenever Todd talked during that episode, I mean, co-host.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, you can stab me after.
Don't make
Whenever
me stab
Todd
the shit
talked
out of you.
during that last episode, I had like a buzzer on my end. It was like electric dog collar. So he got like tased a little bit. So he didn't talk much or pay much attention. I think I overused the button and cooked him a little. But yeah.
Yeah.
It was like this
Cooked, all right.
this group of 5 or 6
yeah.
girls, about a half dozen girls, went from Whack 9 to the Josephine girls.
They were your mortal enemies.
Yeah, exactly.
They were from a different place in the building.
Yeah, exactly. They were higher up than us in the building, so like
Oh yeah.
the 10th floor was the worst. They were the quiet floor and like to study or whatever their problem was.
Nerds.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking nerds.
So they kind of grouped similar people together. So for some reason, these people weren't like us, and
Yeah.
internally, we felt it. We felt it, and tribalism kicked in. Exactly.
You became a tribe. You started painting stuff on the walls.
Yeah.
Marking your territory.
Yeah, exactly.
People peed in the hall.
So like we were probably the centrists, like the Joe Rogan types, and they were like Q. So like they came up with the rape juice from grape juice that was just purely vodka and grape Kool-Aid dust, or like whatever was even cheaper, like the no frills version, no name.
So they were
grape
working
powder
with the professors to take you guys down.
Mm-hmm. So they
were also communists.
Yeah, or
communists.
Communists, Marxists. Well, I don't know what you guys call protesters that turn things into riots, but that's normally what I call them. Insert your color, lives matter here. But yeah, we support Black Lives Matter and nothing else.
Yeah.
Just not the whole Marxist movement thing, and definitely shoot a cop if you see one for me. That is also sponsored.
Hennessy endorses.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny Walker doesn't want you to just stop there. They also want you to shoot military personnel, preferably either an acting military member or a veteran, on behalf of the CCCP. Or the CCP.
Veterans are worth 2 points.
Yeah, exactly. If you can shoot a veteran, you can get a family member out of having to do it. So when your social credit score comes in when Joe Biden's here, they'll get through too to the other side. But yeah, it might be too late because the apocalypse is now. If you didn't notice from all the wildfires in the west of the U.S. is burning.
Yeah.
Because Jared Kushner's the Antichrist. If you watch Joe Rogan, Adam Curry.
100%, man.
Yeah. He looks like the kid from Omen, they say.
I think it's Trump Jr. I think he's the fucking Antichrist.
Yeah, he's too like, I don't even think he can read. Like, I don't know who wrote that book. But he dictated it to someone, that's for sure.
He dictated it to someone.
Yeah, like he can read like Joe Rogan can in audible format. But no, here's the other thing. Yo, fuck Joe Rogan. Fuck any podcast that takes Audible as a sponsor. Fuck anybody that supports Amazon in any way.
Beef with Audio?
I got beef with
Amazon.
anything that has anything to do with Amazon. They just emailed us last week to become a podcast on their platform. Hell no, Amazon. You can hit the bricks, Jeff Bezos. I'd rather let all these other rich guys get richer at Google or wherever the hell we're giving all of our money. And Apple. The classics.
With Amazon.
I want the classics. Amazon wants their hands in everything, and I don't like it. I don't want to be Alibaba. And they're destroyed because they're destroying small businesses instead of creating new businesses. They're like, oh, these guys do that business well. I think we can save like 5 cents on every $5 million. So let's get into it, and we'll just do $100 billion in revenue so we can save $10. They're like private equity.
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, man, they're good businessmen. That's how you do it.
So do we want
I want everything just delivered to me by drones.
Yeah, so basically nobody
I want a drone to fly through my window and put like hot food on my belly.
And Todd's gonna vote.
Like I'll just eat it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be in my lazy boy and I'll just be eating like food delivered, and then they'll drop like then it'll ask me like what movies I want to play, and I'll be like Amazon.
Yeah. Todd's also Todd's also not voting in the next he's not voting in the next US election as well because it's not worth it. No, he's a US, don't let him lie to you, he's a US resident. He just has watched enough media. He knows Donald Trump and Joe Biden both suck. So yeah, there's no point in voting. He's not going to vote. He lives in Colorado. He's voting against healthcare. He's voting against municipal internet. And he's not voting for a president. He's gonna write in Wiz Khalifa because his big pimpin' mixtape was so good.
I wouldn't want to do that to Wiz Khalifa, man. He doesn't want to do that job. That job sucks.
I think if enough people write him in, he'll have to do it though.
He'll have to do it. That's ignorant.
Yeah.
Next thing you see, his hair will go all white like Obama, and he'll look like 60 years old.
That's true. Vote Kanye. He asked for it. If you are gonna vote Kanye.
I'm down for Kanye.
Yeah. A vote for Kanye.
If Kanye gets back on his meds, he could be president. I'm down with that.
Exactly. A vote for Kanye is a vote for freedom. We forgot to throw up the intro graphic here, so I'm throwing it up now.
Oh, geez, are we just starting?
Rapdrugs.com.
You just
this is the intro. Just cause we missed it earlier, so the fans get onto the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube. If you're one of the thousands of people that are listening to this, or the 537 or whatever the stat's up to now, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't read.
Like 2 million people.
I'm dyslexic, so what's 0 times 5,000? That's how many people that are listening.
That's not that many.
Oh well, cheers to you who are listening. We appreciate you, and we know we didn't reach our YouTube goals yet, but because we got so much clout on the gram and Twitter, and now we added Facebook. We're already on Instagram, so we're like, let's just give them some more data through Facebook as well.
Yeah. We're just selling ourselves out. We're pretty much just internet whores. I actually don't even own my own name or body anymore.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
owned by social media.
Toddy Walker is now my guest. Johnny Walker's now my guest host.
Yeah, my name is now Johnny Walker.
And I have to change my name to Jazz Hennessy.
Official names.
Yeah. So
I can't drink water anymore. I can only drink Johnny Walker.
Yeah, this is the Ruler Bong Great Lakes Brewery Rap Drugs Pod, brought to you by Raw, Wiz Khalifa, Hennessy, and Johnny Walker, featuring your hosts Jazz Hennessy and Johnny Walker. But yeah,
get drunk.
But yeah, those girls screwed us, and we could have had a Fanshawe riot.
Yeah, we could have rioted Windsor and flipped over.
Exactly. We could have been on Jimmy Kimmel. Yes. We could have had Gumby. We could have had Gumby at our party.
You could have been in jail.
You guys missed it. Windsor, you missed out. You could have been worldwide news. Instead, you were Earth's rectum. Yeah. No serious jail time. So I thought I have some close friends. Maybe the guys who threw the party, but I have a close friend who flipped the CTV van.
I think the guy,
for lack of a better, I think people will
riot charges.
People who know him will know him, but I'm gonna change the name to Doper.
Doper.
He's
a dope head.
Yeah. Well, it's also kind of like a pun type of thing. You could derive a little bit from his name, but yeah. So, anyways, Doper. Is
he a gopher?
No. Yes, actually, he's like. He's a gopher with Neuralink. Sorry, Joe Rogan and Adam Curry for stealing that joke, but it's good shit. If you and the other thing I gotta say is before I get into this story, I've been all over the place this pod, so appreciate you guys.
I know.
Appreciate you guys sticking up with the whatever's wrong with me. I haven't been diagnosed, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Probably ADHD, but also I'm just super excited to be back podcasting for y'all.
On the spectrum.
Yeah, most likely, but they won't test me because I can't sit still, and I'm probably gonna piss whoever's testing me off because they're like one of these left-wing liberal people, and I'm too centrist for them. I don't want to agree with their idea. Yeah, they're either gonna be left-wing or QAnon, and I'll be like, "You're an idiot," and then they'll kick me out. They'd be like, "You can't use idiot here." Especially on that person because their IQ is under 25. We canceled that term in the 40s, Jason.
Yeah.
Just like they canceled just like exactly. You can't call them homosexual disableds. They're gay retards. And that's not my views. That's just what medical science has referred to these people as. Like, so basically homosexual was the preferred term until 70s, and then it became gay, and now the G word is like the N word. Only the G's can use it, and we're true OGs, so that's why we can say gay.
We're true OGs.
I'll suck a dick if you let me say it.
Say that.
But yeah, and they let Mac Miller and Eminem use the N word, so whatever we got to do to get that, like hook it up, we'll do it. The R one, I guess you can take me in a time machine back to 2010. I'll go to a California doctor after you smash my head in with a hammer, or maybe I just go with what I have right now, Asperger's or autism or dyslexia, or something that makes me evolve. Like even Down syndrome. Like these people are probably better off than most regular depressed people, but somehow they're the slow ones. What? That doesn't even make sense. Like, so I do agree with the new terms, but I also don't know how fair those ones are going to be and how that's going to shape up over time. So I don't even really want to say intellectually disabled or mentally disabled or whatever, developmentally disabled. Like, I don't even like those things. It's a disability. You got to separate this thing from the person. Like the same way addiction is a disease. Someone can be an addict. That doesn't mean all they are is addiction. Like, they could be a smart person, just the same way someone who was previously referred to as mentally retarded could be a very smart person and way better off than you, but just the laws didn't keep up with the science and the political norms because too many kids in school were calling you a gay retard. So, apologies if it triggers you, but I was discriminated on for my chicken legs. I'm sure Todd might have been discriminated on in high school. If you can't put up with bullies, just unfollow the Rap Drugs Pod now, unsubscribe.
Just punch him in the
and
mouth.
Share this with your friends on Twitter so they can all fucking bash us or whatever the hell you're into. Yeah. Send me an anthrax bomb. That's cool. Just make sure you address it to me. I wouldn't want anything happening to my family members other than Todd, so feel free to send it to him as well. But you should really be sending it to Hennessy and Johnny Walker because they wrote this pod.
Yeah, they wrote all of this.
We want to reiterate that. We told them we want to just use the consonant or whatever letter it starts with and word, and they're like, that's not enough. If you do that, if that's all you do, we're not going to send you the check. And they basically said there's going to be a lot of zeros on the check. You can determine if it's just one or if it's a number and some zeros after it. So that was kind of the ultimatum they gave us. So apologies for anything I've said on their behalf. But these are not our own thoughts.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
do not have thoughts.
So,
I'm Johnny Walker.
And I'm Jazz Hennessy. Welcome to the Johnny Walker Hennessy Roar Bongs Rap Drugs Pod. Sponsored by Wiz Khalifa and Raw Papers. But yeah, Fanshawe riots. So, buddy, the cops were coming in. People were getting rowdy, climbing around the roofs. Some people were starting to toss things off the roof lightly. Maybe it's St. Patty's and I'm done exams in April, so I'm just gonna huck my dresser or my 55-inch flat screen TV or my bong or a whole case of beer or the entire beer case couch I made at the cops and the police officers that are coming up and asking me to get off my roof. So yeah, it worked just like that. Things slowly escalated. Next thing you know, the cops had to leave their cop clothes, come back in street clothes. Kind of stirred things up even more, but it all made sense to me at that time. I wasn't enlightened to the Antifa intelligence community. I was thinking it was like, oh, the cops thought if they stay in their cop uniforms that they're going to escalate things. So they came back in street clothes in order to blend in and observe in case they really had to shut something down or tase somebody with a gun or what have you. Yeah, they really did that. And I know now it was just the same way they do it in Portland. You know, the cops, they went in street clothes and they probably started the fires and were the 5 other guys flipping the CTV van with Doper and throwing propane tanks onto the fires and all that fun stuff. It was probably a controlled explosion. It probably wasn't even due to the propane tanks getting thrown on. If I know the police, like that's 100% what they're up to, right? It couldn't be anything else. Couldn't be people taking advantage of things anywhere. The same way the cops, you know, they're just doing their job. You know, they're not shooting black people because their skin color, because of split-second decisions they have to make, and they can hardly pass a psych eval or a IQ test, let alone like not get scared in a haunted house. Like these trigger-happy cops, like of course they're scared. Like you line me up against the Detroit Lions and you give me a gun, I'm shooting every single one while they're running at me. Like I'm not waiting to get tackled. Like I'm not saying that that's fair. I'm just saying like I'm a pussy and I would never be a cop.
I'm a pussy.
Yeah, like but at the same time I'll shoot Joe Rogan in the face. I don't care. He can try and roundhouse kick me. I'll just blow his head off. I'll shoot him with a rocket launcher from 100 yards away. If he challenges me, or if he invites us on the pod, we'll go after he comes onto ours. But come in here first, Joe, or bust. Yeah. I don't want to go to your new freaking Death Star studio and get fake drunk on iced tea like Leahy from Trailer Park Boys. While you get us drunk and high on mushrooms and try to infiltrate our brain with fake CIA shit, denying the Eddie Bravo flat Earth and the Alex Jones Sandy Hook denying and all that other crap you don't believe or whatever CIA agenda you're pushing this week from Mike Baker.
Have you heard about a bunch of people being upset that a bunch of his podcasts they're missing from the Spotify?
That's funny. I think it's funny because if you listen to this Adam Curry episode, like at first it seems like Joe Rogan's just like a homeless drunk guy, but about an hour and a half in, Adam's like, oh yeah, people that don't get that you're joking would have shut this off 2 hours ago. So like he's doing a Tom Green bit where you don't even know he's joking. So when Tom Green was on Joe Rogan is doing the bit. Because he's just like, he hasn't been able to do comedy for months. So he's like, it's all at the tip of his tongue and he's itching to just fire off. So he's going wild. But it's great. I'd highly recommend that pod. I haven't watched the Ron White one yet, but it's a good start to the Austin studio. Mad respect for Adam Curry to creating podcasts and changing the game forever. He was even a VJ before podcasting, so unlike Todd and me, starting from our desk jobs and friggin' jackhammering away at at poop pipes or whatever Todd's doing day in, day out.
Yeah, that's what plumbing is.
Yeah. That basically you get the big cash for
Pretty much.
for that, and then the septic
Once
guys can climb in
the
there.
pipe and the shit comes out, then you get money.
Yeah.
Money comes out with
Then you get paid.
fucking liquid cash.
Yeah, exactly. Any sort of like thing under the earth, like it doesn't matter what color it is, as long as it's a liquid, you're getting paid. Aquifers, oil, shit, septic tanks, like as soon as it's like something you're pulling out of the ground that's liquid, yeah,
that's money.
That's money, exactly. That's how money's made. The rest of us, the rest of us are just sucking on the teat of these guys to get to the next stage until data was created, and now basically we're all like walking oil pits. And that may or may not be what creates UBI when finance is decentralized, according to Adam Curry. Sorry, I just ruined the pod for you, but he throws that fact out. But he goes deep. I haven't even been able to finish watching the 3-hour pod he does.
Well, if you ask me, he sounds like a dumbass. Well, I don't understand what you're saying.
The reason, so basically he's saying coronavirus wiped away actual currency and replaced for digital currency. China was putting out propaganda videos showing people falling dead in the streets. We all know that as fact. Brett Weinstein has said on the Joe Rogan pod specifically that we know this virus has been manipulated, whether... I
don't think we know that.
Whether
he thinks so.
Yeah. He just thinks because of the way...
But he's not even a doctor. He's just like a fucking...
laboratory scientist. He's a laboratory scientist and a doctor. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
He does know what he's talking about.
Whether he's CIA propaganda or FBI propaganda beats me.
Yeah, man.
I can't.
He's part of the dark web.
Yeah, so he probably is. Yeah, whatever that CIA agent group calls themselves.
Joe Rogan and his right-wing friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Brett Weinstein. Oh yeah, they're all fucking straight CIA.
Yeah, and then they get guys like Dave Pacman on and the people from The Hill to just try and blend in and Bernie Sanders to blend in. And they don't talk about
shit after that, eh?
What, the Bernie thing? Did you see?
Did.
Did you see Donald Trump just use Joe Rogan to endorse himself?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I can't.
I didn't know. Well, I guess
social media genius.
And the reason I do believe it also is because, like, with the Spotify deal, Joe Rogan's probably trying to get his clips more places. We're probably going to see a lot more clips coming to that channel as well.
I'm surprised,
Donald Trump Jr. just wants to get more money and clout. So, and even without that, he's just like, well, Joe Rogan's got 10 million followers, so why not?
Yeah,
I don't pay anybody else. I'm going to use his words and not pay him also. But yeah, it's just a new avenue for Joe Rogan clips. So whenever he says anything about Trump, we're going to get to see that on Donald Trump's Twitter feed now that he's on Spotify. And all the Joe Rogan clips are going to be exclusively going through Donald Trump's Twitter feed as of January 1st, 2020. I don't think you guys, I don't think you guys caught that with the whole Spotify deal. He's been saying that for months. If you listen to the whole podcast, he says it like about 2 hours and 45 minutes into every podcast. He'll mention that. You just got to listen for it. And yeah, go back and watch all the Joe Rogan podcasts again. Tell me what podcast number it is in the comments below that he says that in. But he says it all right. He says Find it and give us the episode number below. Or just watch all of our pods instead, and we'll tell it to you next episode when someone else comments it. Because it did happen, I think. But yeah, enough about facts. I don't even know what we were talking about anymore.
Not facts. Adam Curry and his fucking...
Oh, yeah. So basically, he thinks that China was doing propaganda. They had videos of, like, spraying down money. Like, does that even make sense? But it does make sense. Money's the dirtiest thing on the planet. And that's another reason why he thinks they want to get rid of it. He also is claiming you go to the post office and you can get a debit card called FedNet. He's claiming like FBI and like Apple and Google are going to team up with the U.S. government, and you're just going to get paid off your data, and that's how universal basic income is going to get funded on negative interest rates through these tech banks that are maybe going to come out. So maybe Amazon's going to be paying us all UBI while they pay their workers minimum wage and don't give them holidays and all that stuff. So that'll be fucking wild.
That sounds dumb.
But it sounds very, very dumb, but also very possible. And I believe in the corporate state, so I think it's more than likely going to be the future. Probably not anytime soon, though. He's probably 1,000 years or 100 years ahead of himself. But there will be a day when they flip the switch and there's no more cash. They've already did it with the $1,000 bills in Canada because it was too much money laundering and illegal activity. They had to get rid of the $1,000 bills. So there's something like less than 6,000 in circulation, and mostly they're in circulation around Montreal. It's just an easy way for gangsters to pay each other.
Yeah.
So if you got a $1,000 bill, we'll let you know the address of the Rap Drugs Pod so you can send it here, and we'll set it on the desk here, and we'll put your company name on the frame or whatever you want, and we won't spend it. But
yeah, we'll just hold on to it for you for advertising.
Yeah, exactly. We'll set it right next to this Johnny Walker, and it'll age just like the Johnny Walker does beautifully, and go down smooth as well. Just like the Hennessy and this Great Lakes Brewery and this OCS order that's coming up next. But the Fanshawe riots. Buddy who flipped the car, he ended up getting on house arrest because he was blackout drunk, saw himself in the videos, went and turned himself in. My wife's roommate, who was at their house just down the corner from the whole car flip and fire, she said after someone threw a propane tank on the fire, about 20 minutes, maybe only 2 minutes, she said time was not a thing to her. She was just couldn't believe her eyes watching stuff out the window. A propane tank from a barbecue blew up, and she could feel the heat or the shock wave or whatever it is through the window of their apartment about 6-7 houses down from this whole thing. They had to replace the entire roads, repave the entire roads, changed Fanshawe forever. I had a couple buddies who were there and didn't end up getting expelled along with the house arrest because they didn't flip any cars. And they said it was just a crazy sight to see, but a really fun time chilling on the roofs and standing back from the riot. So it was nothing like this Portland stuff where they're lighting everything on fire. Nobody went down to the Taco Bell or McDonald's or even the college that was 2 steps away. Or the convenience store. These people all at least had respect for their corporate state. We're Canadians, we're socialists. We just wreck shitty stuff like CTV vans and our landlords' barbecues because landlords are fuckfaces. Fuck landlords. If own one property or own multi-unit properties. Don't own these primary homes and rent them to people, especially students, unless you're a psychopath. If you want someone to burn your barbecue and destroy your door jambs and your windows and everything, rent your home to students and buy detached homes for student rentals. Otherwise, just buy multi-unit properties, be a good landlord, lose money on your investment. If you're somewhere where rents are lower than the mortgage payments, feel free to buy a house so I can rent it off you and arbitrage.
Why are you telling everybody how to live their life, Jason?
Because I'll
buy what I want.
Well, when the property bubble hits, these assholes will be thanking me, but for now they're going to be hating me. I just don't. Don't trust that the politicians in Canada aren't property owners. So it would be in their best interest to stack the laws in favor of property owners. So I'm just trying to fight the power the same way I said fuck Amazon. You should shop somewhere else so that they don't take out another diapers.com or another local bookstore.
You're a fucking hater, and You're a communist. You
Yeah,
don't want
well, I'm not a
capitalism.
communist. I'm a social centrist.
You don't want smart businessmen to have good ideas because it destroys smaller businessmen with bad ideas.
Yep.
And you hate people that own stuff and rent it to people who can't afford to own stuff.
Yep.
You're just a communist. You just
I think
you
no.
just want everything to be free, and you want them to just deliver money to your fucking house
I think these
in a wheelbarrow.
that would be very convenient. I mean, Johnny Walker and Hennessy are going to do that for, as well as War Bongs and Raw. They're going to do that for me. Listen to Big Pimpin' by Wiz Khalifa, really good mixtape. Just came out yesterday. But yeah, they're taking good care of me so that the government doesn't have to. Otherwise, yeah, I'd be collecting welfare. Yeah, but yeah, welfare state, hashtag welfare state 2020. That's who I'm writing in on the ballot when I go illegally vote, because I'm mailing in a Donald Trump ballot too so that he lets me vote twice. I'm voting for both candidates because Donald Trump said I can vote twice.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna vote for the same people on a municipal level and on a state level. On the stuff that matters, I'm gonna actually vote for the same people twice there because I want those people are what matters. If you don't know, like I said earlier, they make the laws, they make the COVID laws. They collect the property taxes and fix your shit pipes and your potholes and the stuff you care about, not fucking making sure the CIA is creating new propaganda in third world countries for you. So don't get bogged down by Joe Biden and Donald Dump.
Joe
just yeah. But don't not vote. That's even dumber. Like go catch COVID to vote and die.
Voting's for fun.
Die for your country voting.
Go.
Die for your country voting so you don't have to die in a uniform.
In the woods. Just go to the woods, buy as much land as you can in a circle, and just start your own country.
That
other people.
I don't recommend that unless it's crap.
I recommend it.
Unless you move your place of residence a few inches every so often according to your local and provincial bylaws. Respect the government, except for police officers. Shoot them on site. But unless CCP tells you otherwise, then I'll change my tune. Yeah, this podcast is also brought to you by the CCP.
CCP.
Yeah. Me and Todd are starting to riot.
Communist Party? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They want me to start anarchy in Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
So they can buy Vancouver.
They sent us multiple. they sent me multiple protests going in Toronto, and they asked me to burn down specific sites along the route. I can't release those or any more information because I don't want to get tied back to the arsons, but I do want that motherfucking cash.
Yeah. We are part of the Cold War in Toronto right now between Chinese and the Iranians.
Yeah.
They're trying to both buy up as much real estate as possible, and we've been tasked with burning down Iranian.
That's why I'm trying to actually stop. Todd, you caught me. That's why I'm actually trying to stop the landlords so that the Chinese and Iranians can swoop in and buy. Also, the Saudi Arabians, they're really looking at stuff to do with their oil fund. Not only did they buy Tesla, they shorted it and then sold Tesla stocks. They ran the price down, and then they used those shorts to also double their money on running the price down, and then they put all that money into Nikola, Tesla competitor. Look it up. It's probably true. It might not be true.
It's probably true.
But it's probably true. Why do you think
it's probably definitely a real thing.
Yeah.
It might be, maybe. 100%, 90%.
100% fact that you should look up to make sure it's true. But don't check Snopes because they tell you some bullshit and then tell you how it is actually true in the verbiage. Yeah. They're like, is Donald Trump a murderer? No, he was convicted of second-degree murder. You're thinking of first-degree murder. It's like that type of stuff is what Snopes will say.
Yeah, fuck Snopes.
Like, no.
Commies.
Yeah, exactly. He's not a sexual pedophile. They were all 16 years old, and he did it all in the state of Arkansas. So Bill Clinton's a fine dude. Bill Clinton is a fine dude. It's illegal to have sex with anyone over the age of 6 on St. James Island. So they were purely legal activities going on there, other than the adrenochromes. But that was from dead people, and we didn't know how they died. There wasn't COVID back then, so the deaths weren't recorded.
Have you heard about Julian Assange? Oh.
No, what? Yeah, well, you mentioned to me Snowden's getting told what he did was patriotic and what the U.S. government was doing is illegal, but Assange is the extradition's finally going down. I knew they found him a while ago.
They're doing a trial. Well, he's in Britain, I guess, in prison in Britain.
Yeah,
I think. And they're trying to extradite him to the United States right now.
Yeah.
I guess the trial has just started. I don't know how it's going. I think it started yesterday. So it's probably going to take a while. Probably a month or so.
True.
Whatever. I don't know how court cases go. But yeah, he's fucking... They're going after him hard. They're trying to... I don't even know what for, though. Like, he didn't really do anything illegal. You know?
I think it's the whole WikiLeaks thing.
As far as I can tell,
technically it's treason.
How? Though?
Because the information he's releasing is like it would have to be determined in the court, kind of the same way Snowden stuff was, where eventually it ended up being illegal, and maybe he will get the treason thing overturned. But if you don't have a certain clearance within the U.S. government, and Adam Curry talked about this because his family was all intelligence agencies in different level of government, including his own parents, who were old and gone by the time he really figured it out, and I guess didn't want to find out more or couldn't from them because they're actually good agents, trained well.
Yeah.
At Camp X or something like that.
Yeah.
But watch the OSS pod if you want to learn more about Camp X. But yeah, if you're not a certain clearance and you share this information, you just committed treason. And that could just be like there's a transgendered bathroom in the Pentagon, and you're not allowed to tell people who aren't allowed in.
Work for the government, like if you're an agent, because he doesn't.
But no, but that's the thing. Agent. Because he's sharing.
He's actually not even American.
Because he's sharing info. Oh, so I don't understand how that works then. But because he's
Australian.
He might be an enemy of the state, and that's very different. Very weird. He'd get extradited to the U.S., but we saw them do it with Mark Emery over cannabis seeds.
Yeah.
So they do what they can, and they do it well. And the reason was he was sharing classified information with Americans. The same way the mega upload guy in New Zealand got shut down for allowing peers to share illegal pirated stuff together. He didn't share it. It was all the peers and stuff. So it was peer to peer, but yeah, the CIA came in and shut his ass down.
I guess we'll just have to see. Hopefully his court case goes well. I think he's an okay guy. He had some other weird stuff going on with him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was like propaganda or not. They said when he was in Ethiopia hiding out in an embassy, he was wiping shit all over the walls.
Wow.
Apparently he was trying to get extradited to Sweden for rape charges. I don't know what happened with any of that.
It was likely wiping shit. All right, I really don't know enough about Julian Assange to go deep on him.
Yeah, but, we'll maybe do more reporting on him after his extradition case is done.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be talking about him more. Todd just gave you a little teaser there. Something to look forward to in future pods. We do talk about a lot of different shit, but we really try to focus on the research. And what Julian Assange was doing is research, like into the intelligence actions and different actions of the government. And we think that's important. We do think discourse is important. You can't just blindlessly agree with the government. The same way you can't just blindlessly agree with these pharmaceutical companies and why psychedelic drugs are so important.
Well,
and,
I also kind of have
why you got to listen to Wiz Khalifa, and I rep him.
Yeah.
Because he's like, fuck, weed. Why is weed not legal everywhere? You guys are idiots.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
I kind of think these guys are Russian spies anyway. So
it's very likely because, again, if you know anything about Robert Maxwell and Ghislaine Maxwell, a lot of British folks are not only Israeli spies and British spies, but also Russian spies. They are on contract to the entire globe. We, as much as we like to forget, the world is controlled by the British Empire. Always has been, may or may not always be, but they've created the USA, they control India, they basically exited the EU so that they could pretend they're not part of it, but Germany lost the war, guys. Germany lost the war twice. So, and they lost to France and Britain, two of the biggest colonizers on the planet, who are now
France
a team.
Beat them.
France and Britain are the two oldest commonwealths on the globe.
Yeah. They got the nukes. Germany doesn't have any nukes.
Yeah.
That says it all.
Yeah, exactly. Easy peasy lemon squeezy is how she goes, right?
I bet way more countries have nukes than people think.
Oh, 100%.
I bet most of them have secret nukes.
100%. You got to have secret nukes. The same way you got to have secret satellites. You got to have secret everything. The more information,
secret.
It's just like it's just like with Facebook or different things on your phone. The more information you allow these companies to have, the easier they can target you for marketing, which is brainwash, which is just subliminal messaging to try and get you to buy X, Y, or Z. Mm-hmm. So that whole thing is on a grandiose scale. The more data they have on a country or on a specific agency, the more they can use it to infiltrate that agency or sell as trade secrets to other agencies. Because, espionage started with pharmacy companies, as we went into in the Secret History of Drugs.
Yes.
It's just like, how do I get the trade secrets out of that government so I can use those secrets to make my military better than theirs, or vice versa. So, like for example, the U.S. military created GPS, and that's allowed them to become the best drone bombers on the planet. The drones are all created by Chinese, and the Chinese all create every single part in GPS, so who knows? Maybe, I honestly think there's a U.S.-China alliance, and it's nothing like the Cold War we saw of the past.
Yeah, man.
It's just as fake as the old Cold War. But it's fake in different ways. They're both in on it. Whereas before it seemed like only US was faking shit. And they went to the moon. Maybe that's real, but I don't know. I don't trust it. Prove me wrong.
They're all actually on Mars already.
Mm-hmm. That's very possible too. Maybe there's
the Big Five.
Maybe there's a moon
Britain,
colony.
France,
maybe we're all in a
China.
virtual simulation and we're already living on Mars.
Yeah.
Or Mercury used to be where we live, and they had to scorch it so that we couldn't go back. Same way they're scorching the globe now, starting with California, where all the entertainment records are. Same way, I forget who it is, but like the ISIS bombs historical sites, and whoever burned all those Egyptian libraries. But yeah,
Egyptians?
Yeah, history. You can look that shut up or watch History Hyenas. That's another good funny ass pod I'd highly recommend. We're going long today because we want to bring you some OCS reviews, and apologies for me being all over the place, but I took a lot of time off smoking weed to go out and enjoy the wilderness. So now that I'm back into it and living life and enjoying life, I'm just excited to be back and podcasting and back with the fans, because you guys are great. As much as you're a bunch of gay retards, you're also some cool ass bitches, and I'm down for it. Put the dick in my mouth, bash my head with a hammer, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to equalize me, eye for an eye. If you want to turn me into a gay retard because I say that, feel free to. Or cancel me, whatever. Hennessy and Johnny Walker will still pay me well. Or the noose, whatever I feel like. because this is my life, not yours. So I will try to stop saying that stuff so much, but I can't help myself. I grew up on it, and
Jason's
just be thankful.
Thoughtless piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just a heterosexual cisgender genius, so
lots of hate mail.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's
just an act. Jason's just acting for the camera. He's playing it up. He's actually like super quiet.
If you couldn't notice from this beautiful set,
before you shot this.
Yeah, if you couldn't notice from this beautiful set, this is all real. None of this is produced whatsoever. I don't have any equipment. This is not a microphone. This is actually fake. Also, this is a prop.
The microphone's above. It's like a real place.
Yeah, exactly. There's a boom mic up here and the CIA is producing this podcast. Why do you think I asked the FBI to kill me so much and nothing happens, even though I release all their secrets?
All their secrets.
All of them. But Todd, do you got any of your Bud lying around?
Not with me.
I've got some. Let me bust this out, and then I'll grab the scale to weigh some other stuff for you guys. So we're just gonna get into the OCS reviews. What you've all been waiting for. You probably tuned in and tuned out. There is one. I do have one in a pill thing.
Yeah, all of ours come like that.
The Riff Subway Scientists. And then we got the cheapo brands. I'll give you what else I got in deck. Let me see here. Canico in Milton really hooked it up. I'm a suburb guy, if you couldn't tell. I was down in the big city in Leslieville, living in a moldy basement, sucking it in, being a city boy. But I couldn't handle the lifestyle, I couldn't keep up. I'm too slow. That's why I get to use the R word and the G word because I'm a city boy. Shout out to
he's a city boy.
Shout out to Jones Pond. Go if you are one of the G words like me and you like S and D, you can and you're from New York or you want to drive there, check out Jones Pond Campground. I highly recommend going there, just outside of Rochester, New York. Plenty of D's to S there, and lots of LGBTQ. The rest of the whatever initials, all having a good time. Very accepting folks, and lots of fun. They won't allow me there because of my ideologies, but I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they may or may not have also sent me some money throughout the years. So that's a true sponsor. But yeah, I got this beauty, Tantalus Labs Sky Pilot, almost 23%, 22.8. So that one kind of broke the bank. I went all in there, 138.05 plus the HST for 15 Gs. So yeah, I'm bad at using the calculator. 138.05 times 1.
Fucking idiot. What are you?
1.13.
Dumb. Thought you went to university. Aren't you an accountant?
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I'm used to real calculator. I went to school for accounting. I'm in insurance, so don't buy for me unless you're Wild Boy. But yeah,
still should know you, dumbass.
10.4 G. So reasonably priced. And actually, I took a nug out. I busted up a couple T's, probably 0.4, maybe 0.3, and it was still 15 left in the bag. So they gave you a little bit of a fat count, and the bud quality is actually not bad. Here, let me show you guys some up close and personal. Oh yeah, real nice nuggetry there.
Yeah, high quality 4K nug.
Yeah,
straight up in the camera.
Yeah, you all can't see it because YouTube's only allows us to do 720p. If you want some photos, just let me know on IG. But that stuff I've been bong along in for a while. It's pretty good. I mean, at the 23%, it's a good hitter. On the back here, it says Sky Pilot Aurora on both the menu and the receipt. But on the bag it says Tantalus, and Tantalus Labs, proudly grown in BC. This cannabis is rainwater fed, hand harvested, cold cured, dry, and I believe it's cured too. I don't know about this other stuff we're about to find out. But yeah, I find this bag so ridiculous. Like you could easily fit probably 56 grams, maybe at 112, but the most they'll sell you is 30, and this has only got 15 in it, which is wicked weird.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
Well, you should see the giant pill bottles. I bought what did I buy? 12 grams or something? 14 grams maybe?
Yeah.
And it was like fucking 4 times the size of how much weed was in it.
Of course.
I thought it was getting an ounce.
And yeah, here, I need to grab my scale to make sure they give me the right amount. But yeah, those pill bottles, I've seen some of them where they're insanely huge. It's like, what is actually going on here?
It's insane.
But yeah, like you said, you open it up and then there's a ton of blank space.
Have you guys got edibles out there?
Yeah, only up to 10 milligrams or whatever. There's no way I'm buying any of that.
Yeah, it's
I want to get high, not friggin' not high. Like I'm not grandma.
Not high.
So yeah, I don't know what to crack into first. We got the D Bubica by Pure Sun Farms. Says it's 17.7%. We got the Good Supply Growers Choice Indica. It's almost the same 23% as the other one. So I might crack that. But then we got the Riff Subway Scientist, which is a bit weaker. It's closer to 20% and some low THC. But yeah, let's crack into the Riff. It's in this pill bottle here. So we'll see what we got. What do we got? 23. Oh, I don't even know how to open this. I'm a child. I'm a small child. So one press down, 2 squeeze. They got me. Maybe this is stuck. Damaged goods. Does that ever happen?
therapdrugspod.
Oh, got it. Caught it. Open. This is literally my first OCS order, guys.
You fucking dummy.
Yeah, it worked. So this is sealed still.
You are a fucking idiot.
Oh, it already stinks though. But this is good.
Is it
do you have this sealed? Yeah. It's just yeah.
Who is it?
Riff, RIFF.
Okay, I've never seen that.
Oh man, it stinks. But yeah, this seals.
I have a lot of different brands.
Yeah. It might even be the same buds sold under a different name. But
that happens a lot.
A lot of your stuff's there in Moncton.
Is there a moisture pack?
There's an Organigram. Not in this. No, this one's moisture pack free. The Riff Subway Scientist.
Yeah, there are some that do. Like only a couple that do. I think out here, Edison.
Yeah.
And the one I have now, the Vertical, they put the moisture packs in.
Oh yeah, but yeah, this one doesn't have verticals. That's good. Yeah, and the Aurora, the Tantalus Labs one, that one had a 1G thing. However, they recommend using a 4G one for more than 7 grams. So they did also short me on the pack, the humidifier pack, but other than that, they gave me extra bud, so it makes up the difference. But yeah, this is some good looking stuff. If we had smell-o-vision, your nose would be going wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good nose on it. I'd say the nose is a little bit better than the Tantalus Labs, the Sky Pilot, but not too far off.
Is it dry or what?
It doesn't seem too dry, but it's a little crispy. When I'm finger busting it up to put into the grinder right now, and that's easy, but it's not totally falling apart. So it's almost the ideal ideal consistency.
It's good.
Where it's like not too sticky and not too dry. Yeah, so far, yeah, exactly. So far so good on the riff. Package date June 23rd also. So they hold up pretty well with their seal there. So far riff's a recommend. Let's take a rip and see where it goes from there. But yeah, Todd, if you had, I think you might even. No, you don't have an Aurora one right now. You've got a couple other kinds. Have you had any Aurora or Riff? I guess you already said you know Riff, but what do you think about Aurora buds? I
don't know Riff.
Yeah?
I think I've bought Aurora. I can't remember any of the. Can't remember, man. I mostly buy Tweed, and I think.
Because of the price, good deals.
Yeah.
Quality to price is always good, eh?
Here they have like a discount thing where like the weed goes on discounts every once in a while.
Oh, nice.
It's like a separate chart, and that's all I grab from. Yeah.
Nice, good call.
I just look at what's on a deal.
What's
on deals?
I think Ontario's kind of got a broken system, so that's why nothing's going on that well.
Yeah. I fucking hate going in there. And then they got it. How do you guys have it? They have, like, we go up, and you have to, like, go and you got to stand at the desk, and then they give you, like, a book, and then you got to look through the book. And, like, you're, like, standing there staring at the cashier while you're looking through the book, trying to pick your fucking weed. Like, you can't go out and look at your weed, grab it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a bottle off a shelf.
With the COVID thing here, it's like basically they got an iPad they're running. Make sure you're buying less than 30 grams, and they just look around the drawers for it while you stand there like an idiot. But the beautiful thing is they tell you what the percentage of THC is. So, like, I went through a couple, and they're like, yeah, this one's 15%, and I'm like, fuck it, let's look for a higher one. So I try.
Those are full of crap, though.
Yeah.
I don't believe them.
You don't believe... I believe what's on the package is close.
That I didn't even get high. And
True.
I was like, fuck this shit. Then I just started buying the cheaper stuff, and I find
it's always worked out.
14%ers are a lot better.
Yeah, nice. That's good. Yeah, the Sky Pilot. I first took the Toke after like taking. Well, I did have a shake Toke when I got back, and then I decided I'll just check out OCS for the pod. I never do this normally. Normally, I support growing your own and buy from the people that grow their own. I buy a jar from them. I don't endorse buying marijuana. That's illegal. I just buy vacuum seal packaging or a Ziploc bag or a jar. And yeah, if they want to put the bud in them, that's cool. That I don't endorse that, but some people are adamant on giving me that for buying a jar, and I appreciate it.
Excuse me.
No worries. Gesundheit. That sometimes you just gotta sneeze, just like sometimes you gotta say GR.
Yeah, well, when you got COVID, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man's got mad COVID. But yeah, let's give this. You get to. I mean, you guys got to hear me take a toke every single episode you've listened to so far. If you're watching on YouTube, you don't get to. So this is the first one you guys will be experiencing. I normally blow them outside just out of respect for my roommate, the wife. But yeah, we'll see if I can make it to the door here.
Jason's husband.
Yeah, exactly. My huge dicked husband.
Huge dick person of color. And we got Jason on the toke. Jason pulls the toke. He's heading for the window. Can he make it? He slides the door open and he's blowing. He's coughing. Can he recover?
Oh, baby.
Rough. It was a big one.
Yeah, that was a good.
Here he comes.
That was a good one.
Recovery.
That was a good rip. Oh, that was a beauty rip. Actually, the way it smokes and hits is proper. I'd say bit of cushiness, indica heavy on the the aftertaste, I killed a lot of the flavor using a butane later. My mistake. I've got the hemp wick right here, even out for you guys.
And you used the fucking butane later.
Yeah.
You loser.
Yeah, so I can't give you the
It with some Toke.
exactly.
Fucking chubby.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I had that in there too. No, I'm kidding. I don't do poppers. I don't know roar bong. If you do, send me your address so I can go there and slap you.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Riff, Subway Scientist, I'd recommend.
It's a recommend.
It's a recommend.
We gotta have like a stamp or something.
Yeah, I'll try to get a graphic going for the clip with the review there.
It's a pass.
But yeah, $29.20 plus the 13%. So, nothing really under 10 a G.
Yeah, expensive.
A little pricey compared to the options you get, but the bud's more expensive in Ontario than it is out that way in the first place. I don't understand it, but I'm not going to question it too much. But yeah, so we went from the most expensive to
Streetwise?
no, not Streetwise. Streetwise, if you're not buying on the internet, you're a dumbass.
Oh yeah.
But like, if you're trying to get the best bang for your buck, if you're broke, buy illegally. Like, don't let these governments keep you down, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're trying to make, like, there's a reason, like, systemic racism is the whole drug war thing. They built it off of like jazz music and like that type of shit, and telling people like, oh yeah, if you do drugs, you're gonna hang out with black people, or your kids will hang out with black people.
Yeah, which I don't understand how that convinced anyone. I'd be like, sweet. That's what I was like.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Right on. I don't gotta hang out with these dumbass white kids anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, speaking of dumbass white kids, the dumbass white kids at Aurora fail again. Sky Pilot isn't as good as Riff, Subway Scientist. Yeah. And maybe I do gotta say the Sky Pilot I'm not saying isn't worth the price. I'd pay 10 a G for that. I wouldn't agree with the price I paid for 15 Gs though. So you might catch me smoking more of that on the pod, but I'd recommend Riff Subway Scientist over the Sky Pilot. I would still recommend Sky Pilot if it's at your shop and the Riff Subway Scientist isn't available. But the Subway Scientist seems to be like a bit of cushy thing. It's not too heavy. Like, it doesn't feel like a pink kush, but it does kind of have the after flavor profile of it. Maybe if I didn't have use the butane lighter, I'd know better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But so overall though, if you buy from OCS, you're a fucking retard. Yeah,
exactly. Unless you're a square. You're not down with the gang.
You're scared of people who try to upsell you with cocaine.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. Well,
it's kind of annoying.
Exactly.
You go to get some weed and they're like, "You want to buy a brick?"
Yeah.
I don't want to buy a brick.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, especially when you're just trying to get like, you're like, I already got a guy for the cocaine. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to buy your meth.
Drywall dust.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like. I trust bro. I can't trust you because I don't have any drug kits around. And he hooked one up for free to prove his worth. Yeah. So
he brought his own drug kits that definitely weren't rigged.
Yeah, 100% weren't rigged. Just like the labels on these packages.
Yeah.
Because the Riff Subway Scientist is 19.5.35 milligrams per gram, but the Sky Pilot is 228 milligrams per gram. So you tell me which one's lying to me. 19.5
50 plants, they might test
and
0.5.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Oh, that's
one cola on the Sky Pilot, and on the Riff they tested a popcorn nug on the bottom.
It's not even real.
Yeah.
Not even real.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the other thing too is you got buds on the top of the plant that are way better than the buds in the bottom, and they're all being bottled together as if it's all fucking same shit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's insane shit.
These guys don't know shit. It's garbage. They're lying to you. If you buy from OCS, you are on a watch list. They are going to come to your house and take your guns.
Yeah, if they didn't sponsor the pod, I wouldn't do it. But yeah, Todd's lucky he's in PEI where there's no infrastructure, so they have all your information. They have all of your information, but it's just on paper somewhere, so it's not getting too far or getting shared with anybody. Unlike here where like someone's going to just like hack into the OCS and like they're going to have probably everyone's financial records even. Like it's not just going to have your name and like whatever they got. It's going to also have like your credit card details. Like including the 3 numbers on the back even if you swiped it through the machine. Like it's just going to be
credit card?
It's just going to be set up.
Just asking to get robbed.
Yeah. I don't want to cross the border ever again. You know, Todd only worked for an LP. So I made sure I didn't buy anything from that LP. But I'm gonna any other one. I'm up for it. And Rift beats Aurora. So next on the docket, I'm going through these. Do you have any buds to grab, Todd, or are you? What are you saying?
No, I'll do mine to do it another time.
Yeah, you're saving them.
Yeah.
All right, Todd's holding out.
Mine are open already and stuff. I'll do it fresh.
Oh, nice, fresh with the pack.
Garbage weed.
Key. Yeah, you got to do it fresh from the pack so we can judge it.
I'll tell you right now, it's dry. It's not very good.
Fair. So yeah, we'll see. Good Supply Grower's Choice. That's the next on it. It's actually cheaper than the Pure Sun Farms D-Bubba, which is a little lower. But I've heard good things of the D-Bubba, and from what my judge is now, a lower THC count doesn't necessarily mean worse. It may mean they're nicer. They pick from the middle of the plant to prove its worth, or the one that's furthest from the lights, rather than the cola right under the light. So like Todd says, this shit's arbitrary.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I'm also...
They got their thumb on the scale, buddy.
Exactly.
Just like cops when they pick you up with little under an ounce.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure you carry less than 30 grams of your illegal buds or your legal buds.
And if you carry more, have a MAC 10.
I don't know how to open this one. It's like grip and rip, whatever that means.
If you want to learn how to make thermite, make sure you watch our last pod.
Yeah, that's important. Especially if you're trying to stop 5G and the China, like I am. Like if you support us, you'll shoot a cop and then you'll stop a 5G tower or 2.
Yeah.
How does this grip and slide? Yeah, if you don't yell rap drugs pod, you didn't even do it. So like
you better order our signature Rap Drugs bullets.
Yeah, make sure
made because I heard.
Make sure you're wearing some Rap Drugs Pod merch when you you do it. Did I even weigh up this last one and tell you guys if it was 3.5? Oh, okay. I fucked up there. So I've got 3.3 left. I've got 3.3 left, and I already busted up. Yeah, I already busted up at least 0.2. So yeah, the first one had at least 3.5.
You remind me of those guys that review
We'll get
Big Macs.
We'll get better.
You ever seen that?
No.
They go to Wendy's and they're like, oh yeah, this is the new burger at Wendy's. It's good.
We'll practice. Oh yeah, the ranch, the Asiago ranch. Ooh, Grower's Choice Indica. Ooh, 3.4, 3.3. What are you guys doing to me? What are you guys doing?
It weighed right when it was had all the moisture in it when they sent it.
Yeah. No wonder. This is the cheapest one I got. So it. I expected it. Yeah, with just the buds, 3.3, a little bit of shake also in there, like a tiny bit. That got me like maybe less than 0.1 of shake. That's why the scale was tipping back and forth at first.
Yeah.
So not impressed there.
Not impressed one bit.
Good Supply. Where are you at? Where are you at with that? But yeah, this grinder
What's that?
has been a trusty ass grinder. It's lasted me a really fucking long time. I
Who
couldn't
makes it?
couldn't tell you how many
Come-
years it was.
Who's our sponsor? Who sent you that?
Uh,
Cheech? OG?
no. This is I think it's a Sharpstone. Otherwise, it's a Hammerstone. Both I'd
I
recommend.
don't know these.
Don't know. Hammerstone. It's Hammerstone for sure. Something from
I think I have
Pete's.
a Cheech.
Something from Pete's Pipes in Windsor. But yeah, this is like a 9-year-old grinder.
I rock the Cheech grinder, the concave Cheech.
Nice.
I got a lot of Cheech stuff.
My
I
guy.
like Cheech. Support him. I've seen all of his shows. He's the best actor there is out there. He can play any part that involves smoking weed.
Nice. Yeah. Cheech Marin.
Yeah.
Cheech Marin is.
He makes all the Cheech products, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Doesn't he blow all
He
the glass
owns it.
personally?
Well, Tommy Chong. Yeah, exactly. In his basement. Tommy Chong is. He went to jail for it, so he wasn't doing it right.
He went to jail?
Yeah. Don't you
Oh,
remember?
I didn't know that. No?
Yeah.
I
You
don't
don't?
know.
You don't?
No. What did he go to jail for? Was he just selling weed or something?
Yeah, brother. No, we're not selling weed.
Dodging?
Selling. His family or him was selling bongs or some shit with his name on it in illegal states. Cheech is smart, a
Can't do
little
that?
bit smarter. I guess not. Or I don't know what the deal was, but it was in some state you couldn't
That
do
sounds
that, I
sketchy.
guess.
He wasn't laundering money.
It was in some state you couldn't do that. Oh man, our
He
producer
seems like a
sucks. He
mafia.
keeps our producer sucks. He keeps moving the camera on me. Fucking
You're
producer.
the producer.
Todd, don't. Yeah. If you want, we're looking for a producer. We know your worth. We know you're worth about $50 an hour. If you want to send us time notes for an example, give us some good clips. We're gonna critique your work. So if you want to do that and just email that to us or text it to us or comment down below, we'd really appreciate it. If you do a good enough job the first time, we might consider sending you some cash. So we'll message you back or whatnot.
Yeah.
Depending on those clips. If
Yeah.
those clips are top notch, if they get the big views or they get us to the next step, we want you on the team and we're down to hook you up with equity. We're looking for partners and may or may not be willing to pay cash up front for the first couple of time notes, or at least if you do a really good job. Get that cash sign-in bonus along with some equity.
Yeah.
Yeah, brought to you by Johnny Walker. But yeah,
Hennessy.
Get
drunk.
Exactly. No OCS. We don't sell out, but we test the buds for you guys, the fans.
We just review them, so there's no bias. We won't accept their sponsors. They're a bunch of assholes. We got future videos planned where I'm going to go and I'm just going to shit on the CEO's desk. I'm just going to break in, climb their desk, take a dump directly on it. Maybe in the air filter. Shit in the air filter. Then when they turn on the air conditioning, it comes into the car. It smells like shit. That's my plan. I'm going to do it to every CEO that sells me dry weed. So if you hear that, Tweed, I'm coming for you. Mr. Tweed, I'm going to come, I'm going to shit in your air filter. It's a promise.
Yeah. Todd's sick of Tweed. Fuck Tweed.
Yeah. They're dry bud. Fuck you. Figure it out. I don't understand. You guys are fucking idiots. Your weed's garbage. And you should go to hell. Also, your representatives are douchebags. I met one. He was in the store. He was a fucking asshole.
Nuts.
He seemed like he just made up a job where he was gonna go around and advertise weed. All I did was stand there, and then I went over there because I was like, "Oh, this guy, he's got a little table here. He fucking obviously he wants to advertise some weed." So I was like, "What's going on?" He was like, "What? What do you mean?" And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, what kind of weed do you smoke?" And I was like, "I don't know, all of it, whatever I can get my hands on."
Yeah. What kind of weed do you smoke, bitch?
Yeah, like what the fuck, dumbass.
Yeah.
Said.
None, you narc.
Anyways, he wasn't helpful at all. I can tell you that much.
Nice.
Gave me these pieces of paper that had the name of their weed on it and stuff about it. Didn't tell me shit other than when I bought it, it was garbage. I can tell you that much.
Nice. What
Tweed.
brand was that again? Tweed?
Tweed.
I swear you have
company.
I swear you have some Tweed.
I do.
Yeah.
I have literally the exact brand he tried to advertise me. I buy it a lot, actually.
Just because
it's always cheap.
Nice.
It's always just cheap. It's always on the cheap
Nice.
list. It's an indica. We smoke indicas, so.
Yeah, but yeah, if you're looking for good bud, don't go to Tweed.
Don't go to Tweed.
If you're
You're not trying to buy up the discount list like me.
Yeah.
It's probably why it's dry.
Exactly.
Rolled.
Exactly.
Getting the old
If you want Todd to test some good bud, send some money to paypal.me/rapdrugspod. We'll pick the
Can't
bud.
afford that expensive PI. Bud.
Yeah, exactly. Todd's car is also about to get repoed.
Which is also my house.
Yeah, exactly.
I rent this for like a couple hours.
Yeah, exactly. This is actually Todd's actually standing at the back of his car, and he parks on a hill, so he's closer to a street light. He's actually doing this from someone's front porch. Their automatic light turns on, and his recording's from their Ring camera.
Yeah.
We had to hack their Wi-Fi to get him onto the pod this week.
That's why I have to be quiet so they don't hear.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only people that
Yeah, a lot of people that were asking why my sound's so much louder than Todd's, and it's because he does this from people's front porch through their Ring camera. And it takes about 20 minutes to hack their internet, sometimes less, but that's an average we've ran into.
That's average.
Yeah.
I hack the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And apologies for being so slow, guys. Shout out to all you fantasy footballers out there. I'm doing 2 leagues. One for money, one's not. So I'm trying to keep up with the draft there. We'll see how I do. Definitely dumb.
No one cares.
But yeah.
No one gives a shit.
Let's check out this.
For losers.
Yeah, and boozers. Sports are for people that are don't agree with the military, so I also rep that shit. But yeah, the NFL's gay, specifically the NFL.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not gay. Gay is cool. So the NFL,
sports are for
the NFL is cis.
Want to worship something.
The NSL is like heterosexual cisgender genius. It's fucking ridiculous. Fucking know-it-all piece of POS. Whitest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Most racist pile of shit. I'm talking about myself this whole time. We're the and all the fans, of course.
Yeah.
Who else would watch this shit for 2 hours?
Yeah.
All right. If you're watching
that were in the Charlottetown fucking riot.
Yeah, exactly. I have to wait to take this toke. I have to wait to take this toke now because of what Todd said. I have to break it up on the clip. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is
taking a toke?
Yeah, exactly. This is the Grower's Choice Indica Good Supply.
All right.
They ripped me on the bag 3.3 instead of 3.5, and no pack.
So we got toke number 2 coming in. Jason's brewing the bowl right now. We got a brew going. Slow brew. Brewing nice. There goes the pole. Is he going for the pole? There's the pole. Heading for the window. He makes it. No coffee yet. He's going to blow it outside. Just like a professional. Respecting the husband. Making sure he doesn't sink up the place. And he's coughing. Let's see how the recovery is. He's going for the recovery. Recovery's about equal to last time. Let's see if he does it faster. It sounds like it was a better recovery than before, but releasing excess amounts of ooze.
I still it was a good hit. I still use the lighter again.
Oh, dumbass.
Hempwick here. Second toke, I used the lighter. This time at least I weighed the buds before I smoked them, but they only gave me 3.3.
Here's coming the worst review yet because Jason, dumbass, won't use his wicks.
Yeah.
That's why we have them so we can get the fresh natural taste.
Yeah, this is a good.
God intended.
This is a good different flavor too. I'd say this Grower's Choice is closer to a. What would I say it is? It's closer to like a shishka berry kind of flavor. like a blueberry maybe kind of flavor, but not really too strong of a blueberry. So that's why I say shishka berry, because it's an indica.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does give me compared to the Riff Subway Scientist. So far, so good. Yeah, so far, so good. Stupid name. They rip you off on the buds, but for $5 less than the Subway Scientist, I'd recommend it. And
I don't like how they name things. They rename everything.
And this one's 22%.
It really was. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Grower's Choice Indica. They don't tell you at all what it is. So they can switch it up and sell you.
It's lies.
It's so they can sell you different buds than what it actually is.
We used to sell Pink Kush under 4 different names.
Crazy.
I think that's true. One of them was, I think, birthday cake. Who the fuck wants to buy that?
Yeah. Nobody. You'd have to be out of your mind to want to buy some birthday cake.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumbass
coming
moves.
the Rap Drugs Pod. Today, Todd's calling everybody a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Todd's putting people on notice. If you watch History Hyenas, Todd's putting people on notice. Just like the cops put us on notice in that story. So yeah, we're going deep in this pod. So I'll go deep for you guys too, quickly, because thanks a lot, Todd, for
family friendly.
Yeah, soon enough. Just like History Hyenas. So we can put it on the kids. So we can put it on the kids' channels. Yeah, we don't want to copy anyone. No, they put like Ye Zhongping. That's what they have as their bleep thing. When they say something bad, they'll put like Ye Zhongping or like something like that. There's a different thing they say as well to cover it. But yeah, so like the kegger we had before on Halloween, it's actually I ended up in like a sleep deprived, sort of like drug-induced type of psychosis state. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I remember that. Are we talking about that today?
We're not gonna.
A story for another day.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that today. It is a story for another day. But I just needed a little break in between the tokes to drink that brew.
Oh,
brought to you by Great Lakes Brewery. Yeah, I'm a pussy, and I want to be able to give you guys a proper flavor profile, so I had to wash that down a little. And yeah, again, smash the subscribe. We recommend some other pods too. Joe Rogan's new studio kind of made me tweak out. The Adam Curry pod's good, but like it's kind of something you want to listen to in the background. If you want some good content like this, if you're done watching this and you're like watch all of our back history and you're trying to keep something else, I'd say Ray Kump is hilarious solo. And then
he's funny.
Next to that, keeping up on the popular culture, Tim Dillon, one of the funniest comedians out there.
Yeah. Fucking genius.
Big recommend, exactly. He was robbed on that show he was on.
New Hollywood King.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe he sold subprime mortgages. That sounds like makes me want to do it. He's like, that's my
hero.
I plan to go back to it.
Yeah, exactly. He's so funny. But yeah, I feel like selling a financial product like insurance. I'm following his footsteps a little.
Yeah. My live stream is to start a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, exactly. How do I do
pay
it?
Me for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. How's that possible? Nobody knows. Because they won't tell you because it's illegal. It will literally put them in jail.
Yeah. Keep your eyes out. Any day now, one of your family members could be coming up to you and trying to convince you to join a Ponzi scheme. Happened to me.
Yeah, regularly.
Once a week.
And this is the Death Bubba, brought to you by Pure Sun Farms Corp. We're about to find out if it's a Ponzi scheme or not. It's D-Bubba, sorry. D-Bubba Indica.
Dumb.
So yeah, I got all indicas this time. If you guys want to see sativas or hybrids, let us know in the comments below. We're gonna make some clips for the reviews, so because we don't know what sort of side you lean on, and we don't lean on either side, so we try to make fun of both. So we don't want to upset anybody, so we might cut some of that stuff out of the clips, especially the parts
I hate
about
anyone with an opinion.
especially the parts about eating babies and whatever else we might talk about.
Oh, we're leaving that in.
Oh yeah, probably. And should the butt plug
please.
stuff? Oh god.
100%.
How do I?
Babies with a butt plug in?
Yeah. How do I open this
That's
one?
the thing.
It's like a grip and slide type of thing again. I don't know
No,
how
it's
these
probably like
packages work.
a flap.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Yeah,
There's
it is.
ones with
It
like
is a
fake
flap.
opening.
Oh, you can't see the flap here, or you can. I just don't know how to use
for
it.
Kids.
Nice.
The trick kids. Apparently, kids aren't smart enough to figure that out.
Genius. So Canada's
I don't think anyone who works for the safety committees actually has kids.
Canada's the test market.
That's not keeping them out.
Yeah, Canada's the test market for sure for buds. Think about it. We're
This is
small.
the test market for the American model.
For everywhere. We've got like
a fucking colony.
We're just the fake America that England created.
America.
So this is a 3.5 dead on. Let's see.
We're all just holding on to the water in case Britain ever runs out.
Yeah. Oh,
You guys know we're
3.6.
slowly draining the lakes and sending them to Britain.
Yeah. Of course,
Real
everywhere.
thing.
We're sending them worldwide. Well, down to America mostly, because they own most of the Great Lakes, but also to Britain. We're getting double jacked off. Mostly by Nestle. Mostly by Nestle. Oh, yeah. Okay, so these buds have, like, no smell to them. So if you want to, like, I guess if you want to, like, bud that won't get you caught by the cops and you're a kid, steal this one from your parents. This is how you open it.
I knew this
And don't watch this video! Yeah.
I knew this kid that was trying to hide the smell from his parents. So he poured bleach all over his weed. Worked. And then he smoked it. Like a fucking dummy.
Nice.
He smoked weed with bleach on.
Oh my god. How was he after, man?
Real story.
Man.
I don't know, man. He was kind of weird before.
Oh my god. So he wasn't any worse? I guess if you're putting bleach on your weed. How old was he?
No, he wasn't. Not noticeably.
How old was he?
We were 17, maybe.
Did you smoke the bleach weed? Is that what you're trying to? Was it you?
No.
I think I'm hearing.
This is actually a story about me.
It's actually a personal story.
I was hoping somebody would say that they had done it too, and I wouldn't feel so bad. But the truth is, that's what I did.
And that's how I ended up this way.
That's why I talk like this, so slow, and I laugh at strange times. I've actually never smoked marijuana other than that one time. I'm permanently like this. I am fucked up.
Yeah. Exactly.
I am fucked up. Anyways, this is brought to you by Nestle. We want your water.
Yeah, exactly. Send us your rant about Nestle in the comments below. Or like in your 5-star rating of the podcast on Apple.
Yeah.
We know a lot of you people use different podcast providers. We're not going to Amazon. Fuck Jeff Bezos. He ain't getting any of our podcast money. But yeah, everywhere else you're listening, we appreciate it. Views adding up fast. So
all those people in fucking
that's why we brought the bongs out like we promised.
Africa. Where are all those people from? We got a bunch of viewers in fucking Cameroon. That's it.
No, no Instagram followers.
Oh yeah,
viewers on there, on IGTV.
Instagram viewers.
Yeah,
that's true. I don't know where my YouTube fans are from.
Yeah, exactly. It's YouTube doesn't tell us. We got a good amount of Canada and US, but the pod's a ton of Canada and US. So
yeah, man,
holding up strong there. But yeah, if you want to see, if obviously you can listen to the reviews here. We're not going to make clips though, so I don't know. Maybe we'll put time notes in at the end, but it's at the end of the pod, so appreciate you listening this long for it. Smash that
Yeah.
subscribe button, you dummy, if you haven't already.
Yeah. If you're listening to this still, you better be fucking subscribed. Otherwise, you're fucking. What are you doing, man? You're just like wasting your time not subscribing. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, exactly. You should like just take your
You obviously
computer.
like this content.
Yeah.
You listen to me call you dumbass. The only way you can get that is if you subscribe and like our shit.
All the electronics you have, you should just take and smash, like throw them off your balcony, because you don't deserve them if you don't subscribe. 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 Okay, so I can't tell you how high this bud gets you, as you might know from
Jason
watching the.
He's clearly stoned out of his mind. He can't even talk anymore.
If you
His
haven't
sentences
noticed,
aren't making sense. He's laughing at things that aren't funny. He's losing it.
yeah.
The reviews are getting less reliable as he goes along. We're not even sure if he's smoking weed anymore.
All day.
Is he hitting it?
Yeah, about to. I'm getting this wick started. On a fantasy draft right now.
Going. What is this, Toke 3? Toke 3's going. Jason's got the wick going. It's the first time he's used the wick. We got this wick on the move. He's going to pull. Pull! He pulls the ball. There's a successful pull. Clean pull. He's heading for the window. He's going to make that blow. He's going to blow that Toke. Successfully blows the Toke. Sitting for the recovery. Sitting down. Let's see how his recovery is. Not too bad.
Easiest recovery.
Yeah, definitely the fastest recovery yet. That was pretty good.
Because it was the
bud yet.
It's because it was the weakest bud for sure.
There we go. See, that's the issue.
Yeah.
If you ain't coughing, you ain't getting high.
Yeah.
This is a fact. Everyone knows it. Coughing actually stresses the blood vessels in your eye, and that's what gets you high.
Yeah.
How red your eyes are.
That stuff $8.51 a gram, and it's $2 total cheaper on the 8th to grab what's it called? It's $2 cheaper to grab the Indica Good, and I think that was a bit better of a hit. But I'd still say the Subway Scientist was the best out of all 4 I've got so far. And that includes Sky Pilot from Aurora to Interla Labs. And the Grower's Choice Indica Good Supply, D-Bubba from Pure Sun Farms, which I just toked right now. They gave 3.6 in the thing. Subway Scientists from Riff, they gave 3.6 and a 3.5, 9.4 a gram for the 3.5. And then Grower's Choice Indica gypped me off a little. Only 3.3. So I guess Pure Sun Farms was the cheapest price overall. But I'd say I'd recommend the Aurora Sky Pilot to Enter Labs as well as if it was a cheaper price at the 10.4. I think it's kind of equal to these cheaper buds, if not worse than the Subway Scientist, which is still 9.4, a little bit higher than the D-Bubba and the Grower's Choice. But these were the cheapest options at my local dispensary, Canico, the cannabis company.
We're looking for the high-end reviews.
Yeah.
Fuck somewhere else.
Yeah.
We only want poor viewers.
Also got a pen.
You make more than $60,000 a year. Fuck, turn this off.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I gotta turn this off. Subscribe. Just playing.
Yeah. I love everybody. Watch my podcast.
I'm not.
Tell all your friends to watch it. Beat the shit out of anyone who doesn't watch it. Make sure they know the name. They do the salute.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want new merch, let us know. We're thinking of putting the new designs on the website. We just don't want people stealing them like they already did. You should see all of the shirts of ours in China. It's pretty
it's intense.
Sad sight.
How are we supposed to sell our shirts
when
they're selling them for 10 cents a shirt?
Well, when everybody wants to be buried in something, Todd. So that's mostly like why they copied our merch for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They used to get buried in Bape. Now it's the Bong Toke Productions T-shirt or hoodie,
Bong Toke production.
which is wild. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they at the Canico, they were really helpful and friendly, which was key though. They also gave a free this and a free Redicam pack. Hopefully that's not illegal or something, but pretty cool. Namaste Redican, and this is like a notebook. I guess I could have wrote my reviews in there instead of doing this podcast. But if you listen this long past the 2 hour mark, longest pod yet.
We're going 2 hours. Holy!
Yeah.
What time is it? Jeez, I gotta go to bed.
Appreciate it. Todd's heading out. I was gonna end it as well right now. Thanks for listening.
Love all you guys. Bye.
Peace. Oh, gotta stop.
What's wrong with you?
Ending the stream. Oh. End it. Yes.